Did you know that some of the most heart-pounding adventures on Earth don't require a passport to danger? Just a good pair of boots and the courage to take the first step? From razor-thin ridgelines high in the clouds to treacherous jungle paths hiding unknown wildlife, these hiking trails blur the line between exploration and pure adrenaline. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 most thrilling hiking trails in the world. Breathtaking, dangerous, and absolutely unforgettable. Before we set foot on this wild journey, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest deep dives into the daring, the remote, and the edge-of-your-seat adventures. Let's get started, if you're brave enough. Whether you're an experienced trekker or simply craving a taste of high-stakes adventure, these extreme hiking trails will test your limits and ignite your wanderlust. Join us as we reveal the most thrilling and sometimes terrifying hikes the world has to offer. 10. The Kalalau Trail, Kauai, Hawaii, USA. The Kalalau Trail is like something out of a movie, an 11-mile coastal trek winding along the dramatic Na Pali coastline of Hawaii's Garden Isle. But this paradise is laced with peril. The trail threads across narrow ridgelines, slippery river crossings, and steep switchbacks with cliffs that drop hundreds of feet into the roaring Pacific. The most infamous section, called Crawler's Ledge, is a narrow path carved directly into the side of the cliff, with loose gravel underfoot and no railings to stop a fall. Add in sudden rainstorms and flash floods that turn streams into raging rivers, and it's no wonder this trail has claimed lives. 9. El Caminito del Rey, Andalusia, Spain. Hanging 300 feet above a gorge in southern Spain, El Caminito del Rey, the King's Little Path, was once considered the most dangerous walkway in the world. Originally built in 1905 for workers to access hydroelectric plants, the narrow concrete path deteriorated into a crumbling death trap by the 1990s. For years, thrill-seekers climbed the broken remains without safety gear. After multiple fatalities, the path was closed for renovations and reopened in 2015 with reinforced walkways, steel railings, and mandatory harnesses. But that doesn't mean it's safe by ordinary standards. Even with modern improvements, walking along suspended catwalks bolted into sheer rock faces above the Guadalhorce River isn't for the faint of heart. 8. The Snowman Trek, Bhutan. Dubbed the world's toughest trek, the Snowman Trek isn't just thrilling, it's extreme. Stretching over 200 miles through Bhutan's isolated Lunana region, this trail reaches altitudes over 16,000 feet and takes up to 30 days to complete. The terrain includes treacherous river crossings, narrow icy paths, and steep ascents through glacial mountain passes. But what makes it truly intense is its remoteness. Once you start, there's no turning back easily. Weather can change in minutes, and rescue is nearly impossible. Fewer than half of the people who begin the Snowman Trek ever finish it. 7. Drakensberg, Grand Traverse, South Africa and Lesotho. If navigating off-trail in a remote wilderness without marked paths or support stations sounds thrilling, the Drakensberg Grand Traverse is your dream hike and your biggest challenge. Spanning 140 miles across the dramatic escarpments of South Africa and into Lesotho, this trek is more of an expedition than a simple trail. You'll cross 6 mountain passes, climb to the summit of Thibana Ntleniana, the highest point in southern Africa, and traverse wide-open plateaus where weather changes violently. Thunderstorms roll in with little warning, and nights are bitter cold. What makes the Drakensberg truly treacherous is its lack of official route. 6. The Maze, Canyonlands National Park, Utah, USA. In the Red Rock Wilderness of southern Utah lies one of the most remote and mentally challenging hikes in the United States, the Maze. It's not a single trail, but a confusing tangle of canyons, dead ends, and narrow rock corridors that give the area its name. There are no reliable signs. Maps help, but the terrain constantly shifts. Cell service? Non-existent. Water? Scarce. And if something goes wrong, it can take rescue teams 2 days just to reach you. The Park Service itself warns, there is no easy way in and no easy way out. 5. Aonach Eagach Ridge, Glencoe, Scotland. The Highlands of Scotland are known for their rugged beauty, but Aonach Eagach takes rugged to a whole new level. Often called the narrowest ridge in mainland Britain, this trail is a terrifying traverse along sharp rocks and vertical drops. With sheer cliffs on both sides, hikers must scramble across jagged rocks, often on all fours, with no option to turn back halfway. The terrain is slick in rain and snow, which is common here, making every footstep a potential disaster. There are no escape routes along the ridge. Once you start, you're committed. But for those who love mountaineering challenges, the thrill of walking along knife-edge ridges with the Scottish wilderness stretching below is unforgettable. 4. Huayna Picchu, Peru. Perched above the world-famous ruins of Machu Picchu, the climb to Huayna Picchu adds a jolt of danger to one of the most iconic travel destinations in the world. The ancient Inca trail snakes up the near-vertical mountain behind the citadel, using narrow stone staircases and switchbacks that defy gravity. Known as the Stairs of Death, these steps have no guardrails and often become slick with mist. Sections of the trail pass along sheer cliff sides with only a thin chain to grasp. 3. The Daikiretto, Japan. The Daikiretto isn't just a hike, it's a full-on alpine climb. Found in the northern Japan Alps between Mount Kitadake and Mount Yari. This razor-sharp ridge looks like something from an action movie. The path is narrow, sometimes only a few inches wide, with 1,000-foot drops on either side. Steel ladders and chains are bolted into the rock to aid your passage, but you'll still be navigating exposed ledges and vertical climbs. The trail demands precise footwork, intense focus, and experience with scrambling. 2. Mount Huashan Plank Walk, China. Considered by many as the most dangerous hike in the world, the plank walk on Mount Huashan, near Xi'an, is not a trail, it's a test of courage. High above the clouds, hikers clip into a safety harness and inch across wooden planks bolted into a vertical cliffside. There's no real path, just narrow boards, ancient iron stakes, and the sound of wind howling past your ears. One misstep, and you're plummeting thousands of feet. And yet, thousands of people take this risk every year. 1. Everest Base Camp via Gokyo Lakes, Nepal. While reaching Everest Base Camp is already an iconic trek, the alternate route via Gokyo Lakes and the Chola Pass raises the adventure and the danger to legendary levels. At over 17,500 feet, hikers battle altitude sickness, extreme cold, and demanding terrain. The Chola Pass itself is a glacial crossing that becomes treacherous with ice and snow. Every breath feels like a workout. Every step is harder than the last, but what sets this trail apart is the Gokyo Valley, a chain of surreal blue lakes set among towering peaks. The climb to Gokyo-ri offers one of the best panoramic views in the Himalayas, featuring Everest, Lhotse, Makalu, and Cho-Oyu. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.